Today we're going to talk about powers and exponents. First, let's a little bit of vocabulary. Power. A power is an expression written with an exponent and a base, or the value of such an expression. For example, 3 squared is an example of a power. 3 is the base number. That's used as your factor. A factor is something that's multiplied times itself over and over again. And the exponent tells me how many times that base value is used as a factor. So for instance, when I have something written like this, that's the same thing as going 3 times 3. If it was 3 to the 5th power, so 3 to the 5th power would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 3's multiplied together. You never multiply the base times its exponent. All right? So I'm asking you to write these. So this is 5 by 5 by 5. This is a volume. So that is 5 to the 3rd power. When I find the volume of this, 5 to the 3rd power, again, is 5 times 5 times 5, which is 125. Now, on your calculator, most calculators don't have a cube button, but they use a little symbol like this, which is called the caret symbol, that when you put that into your calculator, it tells it that the next thing you put in is an exponent. Okay? This is one of my pet peeves. I tell this to all of my classes every single year. We need to know the difference between this. This one, the negative is not inside parentheses. The 5 is the base, and then the negative is on the outside. It's like multiplying by a -1. In the expression parentheses -2, the -2 is the base. Okay, so let me give you a little explanation. We'll use 5. All right, -5 squared in reality is -1 times 5 times 5. Okay, I'm going to multiply 5 times 5, which is 25, then times the -1, because I'm squaring that, okay? If I have -5 in parentheses, that's like saying -1 times 5 times itself, -1 times 5. That gives me 2 negatives, which is going to make this a positive. So this one's going to give you -25 as an answer. This one's going to give you positive 25, okay? The graphing calculators that we use in class know the order of operations and they know the difference. So whenever you're substituting a value in for a variable, if it's negative, you should always include the parentheses. All right? In this problem, I'm asking you to rewrite it with the given base. So basically, I'm asking you, 64 with a base of 8 is 8 to the what power gives me 64? Well, that would be to the, oops, I meant to get an eraser there. That would be to the 2nd power. If I ask you to rewrite this with a base of 2, I'm asking you 2 to the what power will give you 64. Well, let's do it. 2 times 2 is 4, times 2 is 8, times 2 is 16, times 2 is 32, times 2 is 64. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 2's that I had to multiply together. So this would be to the 6th power. Okay? And that's it. Very quick and simple.